You really did come back. I guess you really like being miserable. Oh, hi rats, how you doing? Welcome back to Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. I'm playing as Klaus, and our sister is about to be married to a terrible man. So,
I'm sure Violet could think of some use for this, if she were here. I doubt Count Olaf has ever put this to use.
So now our circumstances are going to be about trying to get up this tower to save our baby sister and hopefully do something to help poor Violet, because my goodness. Remember these tower segments?
What would Violet do?
Yeah, there's another one.
Violet, you're a genius. I'll need that bicycle pump, that coil, and that gardening tool.
So now Klaus is going to invent something of his very own. Since Violet is in absentia, a phrase which here means she is not here, we are going to put together our own invention. There's more rats? Where did y'all come? Where do you guys keep coming from, y'all? Where do you guys keep on coming from? I swear. If we want to stop Olaf's dastardly plot in its tracks, we're going to have to be very, very, quick on our feet, so to speak. Ah, I see. Like this. It's not the most intuitive puzzle in the world, And this platforming can be particularly finicky in this particular area. I don't know why that is. Just these boxes are particularly finicky. Alright.
Let's see. The bicycle pump will transfer pressure. So let's start with that.
Alright.
Next, the coil. That's what I'll use to extend and retract the device.
So you can
and
invent
last,
a pinch.
The gardening tool. A perfect hook to grab onto those hard-to-reach spots. Violet's more clever at naming these things, but I'll give it a shot. I'll call it the horrifying hook.
It is a pretty horrifying hook, I'm not gonna lie. And we're all set. We've got all we need to climb up this tower and save our sister. And this is the last invention we will be getting in the game, so there will be no more after this. That was the last you'll see of the inventing screen. The game is almost over, and that means that we don't have too terribly much left. Up we go. Nicely done, Klaus.
I'll be fine, as long as I don't look down.
Good idea. Don't look down, don't let the spotlights get you. This is quite high. It seems House has some very fine defenses on board, too. So we're going to have to be very careful to make sure that we don't get caught. Luckily, his henchmen are blind, apparently.
Hey!
Oh.
You just don't give up, do ya?
Nope. So now we got barrels coming down. This man is barrels, I swear.
Look out below!
He's got some Donkey Kong fever going on. Sir, I am not a gorilla. I'm in fact a child. Those are very heavy caskets you're dropping. How are you lifting them so easily? I do like that they split it into like indoor and outdoor segments. I think it really adds to it. There we go. And there we are. Now there is reason to go over here for health, but if you need it. It's fairly easy, but other than that, we're just about ready. And I should say that this particular variation on the ending of these books is in fact based on The Bad Beginning. It is not part of The Wide Window, the third book in the series. The three books adapted, of course, are The Bad Beginning, The Reptile Room, and The Wide Window. This is part of the ending of The Bad Beginning, Olaf marrying Violet and all this. It's not It was moved for the film to the end of the film to give a more intense and unique feeling sort of experience. It's not part of the actual third book. The segment we had earlier with the train was added to the film as a means to bridge the gap between the two, and frankly, it is something Olaf might do. I feel like it actually does fit the film a lot. I'm glad someone is. I feel like it's definitely one of those... Oh! My bad. Definitely one of those changes that you either are okay with being a narrative fiat thing or you hate it. Or you just kind of like, well, that's just how the film is.
The sky is falling!
No, those are barrels, sir. But yeah, it's one of those things where if you were a fan of the books, you either were okay with it and tolerated it, or you hated it. A lot of people, I feel like, now the Netflix series came out, have like kind of disparaged the film as like not being good or not being valid or as good. But again, it was the only thing we had for a very long time, and it kind of crawled so that the Netflix series could walk.
Just wait until I get my hooks on you.
Hooked on you? You know, the series of unfortunate events chapter of Dead by Daylight was a strange choice to add, but welcome. It was a welcome addition. I'm just gonna tank that damage. A very long climb. Longest indoor segment so far. Now this is a very...
How high does this thing go?
Now if you really need health over here, these areas are... That area is particularly difficult to get out of, because this guy searches more rapidly. And that's what happens when you get caught. So you don't even need to go that way. I've got the health I need. Yeah, that one's very difficult just because the guy pops out more quickly. If you want the health, you actually have to try. How many barrels of wine do you have, guys? Just asking for a friend. There's a pattern, as you can see. It's not too hard to get the hang of the pattern.
It's a lot higher up than it seems.
Definitely is. Do we have everything we need? I think so. There we go. We're just about done. Don't worry. It is quite the climb, but it's not too much longer. More heart health if you need them. More anti-misery devices if needed. We are at the top. We do have a boss battle we're going into, so...
My hero!
Aww.
Hold on, Sonny. I'll get you out of there.
Caesar?
Mary and Count Olaf. Unless we get you down there fast.
I hate to tell you this, but there's a bit of a snag in your plan.
Sir, maybe you should find another career option. So now he's beefed up his security. It's very easy to tell where the barrels are going to be because of the shadows. If I don't keep, you know, running into them. I'll come out from these trapdoors. And I'll pop out of one of them. I said, keep track of the barrels and I'll pop out of one of them.
I'm having barrels of fun.
You and your barrels, man.
Watch out! Wouldn't want you to get hurt.
There we go. I forgot how rapidly he drops these. And it pre-adjusts for you, too. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to pre-aim the barrels a little.
more than that.
Is orphan an insult now? What's next? Cake sniffer?
Take that.
There it is over here. Bop! Bop, bop, bop. Watch the health points drop. And this is, of course, the final big boss battle, but it's not the only final, like, battle that you need to do part of the game. There is one more part of the game we need to do after this. As I get attacked by a barrel again. Oh, thank you. The game is very generous, as you can see with its health.
Watch out! Wouldn't want you to get hurt.
I don't know why the game is being so kind.
Take that.
Thank you.
Incoming.
I don't know why I keep running into the barrels. You can't get up there yet, unfortunately. Won't let you. And like the last two, it changes to like figuring out where you actually are. I don't know why. Really, really quite ridiculous. It does occasionally shoot out health for us though, so we're in a good spot. I was at least trying to keep it at a baseline level of misery. That's pretty funny. Before it gives you any sort of health. Come on, where are you? Just about done. One more bop and you should be all good. Start done. But the game is not, like I said, overly cool. It wants you to suffer, but it doesn't want you to suffer too hard. It is, after all, a children's game. It's not meant to be so hard you can't do much. But it's just mildly difficult. You're just about done with this fight. One more time, we're good. Get out of here.
No!
Down the tower
Stop
goes.
Violet before she signs the marriage certificate.
Opa.
I'll think of something.
Go on, Sonny. I believe in you. And now, the final ending to this penultimate of perils. This is the absolute last thing we gotta do. Now, as you can see, just like in the film, it implies something about Count Olaf that is not implied in the books. It implies that, well,
You lost!
you'll see.
The Baudelaire fortune is mine! I have a marriage certificate, and there's nothing you can do about it.
This device creates beams of intense heat through the convergence of light. If I can point it at the marriage certificate, it just might work.
Now, I want to point out this is not how this would actually work in real life. There's a whole bunch of, like, people who have looked into this, but since we're in the Marvelous Marriage now, it's time to, So we gotta be careful with the, henchmen and their hand ears. Olaf is our target.
Hey! Hey!
You tell him he's kind of... he should hold up the marriage certificate for a minute here.
Hey!
It's trying to confuse us, but it's a fun little segment.
Hey! Hey!
Let's see who has a marriage certificate.
Are you even trying to hurt
There
me?
we go. Yes. Let's see who has it next.
See, I'm invincible.
Burn
Might
the
as well.
entire segment. This can't be that good of a performance.
This is a real cake.
Oh, my bad.
Dreadful situation.
There we go. Focus a little more.
Are you even trying to...
Oh, my bad. Next segment. Rather, there's a certain threshold you have to hit. It has to be half, I believe. So we can't just willy-nilly burn people. Got a minute to do it.
See, I'm invincible. Might as well give up.
Can't give up just yet.
This is a real cakewalk.
Gotcha. That was hard to see. It's more difficult, of course, but...
Dreadful situation.
Gotcha. Know how to pass it around, you gotta try to figure out who. We're just about done with the first half, I believe.
Are you even trying to hurt me?
What? Burn. Get your acts together, my guys.
See, I'm invincible.
Dude,
Might
and
as
it's
well
half of it. There we go, we're halfway there.
Avast me hearties! Let's send that meddling orphan into the briny deep once and for all!
And now we got an on-rail shooting segment here, too. So if we burn these, he won't have as much cover.
Fire!
Burn the melons. So there's nothing sure about here. They're not. This is a terrible performance.
Are you even trying to hurt me? I'm stuck.
Oh. Oh, my bad.
Clean up, Iron 9. Quit testing my infinite patience.
What infinite patience, sir? Go.
Fire!
We're just about here. We got a little bit of more of this battle segment to do. That's the easy part. It's finding Olaf that's the hard part.
Clean up, Iron 9.
Again!
Okay. Now let's move faster. But we're just about done. The marriage certificate is almost destroyed. We just have to destroy a little bit more and we'll be able to free Violet from a lot of clutches and get our way out of here. And move on to hopefully something that's not as unfortunate of an event.
Again!
And now just a full-scale barrage. As fast as I can go. I'm just kind of spamming the button. Going as fast as I can. Activision did try to up the challenge slowly over time, you can see.
Clean up, Iron 9. Quit testing my infinite patience.
I got him, come on. There we go. And we're done.
All part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. All part of the show.
We're not falling for it.
Oh, finally.
I hereby arrest you in the name of the law. Oh dear.
I'm thrilled to say that Count Olaf was captured, that he was imprisoned and found guilty by the court for crimes too numerous to mention, and that before serving his life sentence, it was the judge's decree that Olaf be made to suffer every hardship that he had forced upon the children. children, meanwhile, were put in the care of Justice Strauss, who let Klaus spend all his free time reading in her library. Collected discarded mechanical parts for Violet to use in her inventions, and filled Sunny's bedroom with things for her to bite on. I'm thrilled to say all this, but alas, it is not the truth. As I warned at the very start, the video game you are playing does not have a happy ending. If you like, you may turn the machine off right this instant and not view the unhappy ending that is to follow.
Could never be that simple.
Wow! All part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. All part of the show. Lights!
Lights, you buffoon!
Oh, sorry.
This is in fact what happens
Stop
in book
him!
2.
He's getting away!
This isn't over.
No matter where you go, I'll find you. No matter what you say, no one will believe you. Because you're dull, uncivilized, insignificant little children, and you're all alone in this horrible world. I'll get my hands on your fortune if it's the last thing I do. Oh, I hated that. Let's do it again.
And here we are, at an ending most unfortunate. Count Olaf has escaped. The Baudelaire parents are still dead, and the orphans are once again on their own. I will leave reports of my investigation at prearranged locations, and continue to do everything in my power to keep you informed as to the fate of the children. But I must warn you, whatever adventures lie ahead for them are almost certain to be fraught with tribulation. A word which here means heartache, misery, and suffering.
And so, that was a series of unfortunate events, and that was the ending of the game. And of course, the game was being done at the same time as this particular game. But the game was being done at the same time as the books I'd now finished writing. So, consider this sort of an introduction to the books, but a high between that and the movie. I'll sit back and let you enjoy the credits. I mean, you more than earned them after dealing with that horrible experience. And then we'll move on from there. So until next time, this is The Phantom Safety Pin. This has been a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you again for being my companion in this miserable experience. Farewell. Bye.